Ever wondered how your brain really works? Like seriously, it's controlling everything you do, from breathing to crushing it on that math test. Or if you're even using its full potential. I mean, what if we're all secretly superheroes just waiting to unlock our brain power? Well, get ready because we're about to dive deep into the fascinating world of intelligence. We're gonna bust some myths, uncover some seriously cool facts, and by the end of this video, you'll have the knowledge to unleash your inner brainiac. Bold statement. Your brain is more powerful than you ever imagined, so buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and let's get our learn on. Alright, let's start with the basics. Imagine your brain like a supercomputer, but way cooler because, it's made of organic material and stuff. It's not just any machine, it's a living, breathing marvel of nature. It's got all these different parts, each with its own special job, working in harmony to keep you functioning. You've got the cerebrum, the big cheese up top, handling all your thinking, learning, and decision-making. It's the part that lets you solve puzzles, read books, and even plan your next vacation. It's basically the CEO of your head, making executive decisions and keeping everything in check. Then you've got the cerebellum hanging out at the back, which is like the coordination king. It's the reason you can ride a bike, play an instrument, or dance without tripping over your own feet. It keeps you balanced, helps you move smoothly, and makes sure you don't faceplant every time you take a step. It's your personal trainer, always working behind the scenes. And let's not forget the brainstem, the unsung hero down below, keeping your heart beating, your lungs breathing, and all those other automatic functions going strong. It's the autopilot of your body, ensuring you stay alive without even thinking about it. But here's where things get really interesting. Emotions. They add color and depth to your experiences. See, your brain has this whole other system called the limbic system, which is basically emotion central. It's the hub where all your feelings are processed and managed. It's where feelings like joy, sadness, anger, and fear all hang out, influencing how you react to the world around you. And guess what? This system is directly wired to the parts of your brain that control your thoughts and behaviors. It's a two-way street where emotions and thoughts constantly interact. That's right, your emotions can actually influence how you think and act. They can change your perspective and decision-making process. It's like that time you aced a test and felt super confident, or when you were feeling down and suddenly everything seemed harder. Your emotional state can make or break your day. Your emotions were literally shaping your reality. Pretty wild, right? They can turn a mundane day into an extraordinary one, or vice versa. Now you might be thinking, okay, but how does my brain actually process all this information? How does it keep everything running smoothly? Well, it's all about communication. Your brain is like a bustling city with millions of messages being sent every second. Your brain cells, called neurons, are constantly sending electrical and chemical signals to each other, like a super-fast messaging system. It's a network of connections that never sleeps. These signals travel along pathways called neural networks, kind of like the internet of your brain. They ensure that information gets to where it needs to go, quickly and efficiently. The more you use these pathways, the stronger they get, just like building a muscle. It's why repetition and practice are so important. That's why practice makes perfect. The more you engage in an activity, the better your brain gets at it. The more you challenge your brain with new information and experiences, the more connections it forms, and the smarter you become. It's a lifelong process of growth and adaptation. So, to sum it up, your brain is a complex, interconnected network of specialized parts, all working together to make you, well, you. It's a masterpiece of evolution and biology. It's constantly processing information, both consciously and unconsciously, and your emotions play a huge role in shaping your thoughts and actions. It's an incredible system that defines your very essence. Okay, so we've established that the brain is a pretty amazing piece of machinery. But here's the million-dollar question. Is there a limit to its power? Can we really just keep learning and growing forever? Or is there a point where our brains tap out and say, nope, I'm full? Well, the good news is that scientists believe our brains are way more adaptable and capable of growth than we ever thought. This thing called neuroplasticity basically means our brains can rewire themselves and form new connections throughout our entire lives. It's like upgrading your computer's software. You can always learn new tricks. Think of it like this. Imagine your brain is like a giant forest. At first, there are just a few main paths, but as you explore and learn new things, you start to create new trails and connections. The more you use those trails, the more defined they become, making it easier to navigate the forest. So, in theory, there's no limit to how many trails you can create in your brain forest. The more you challenge yourself, the denser and more intricate your neural network becomes. It's like leveling up your brain power. Of course, there are some limitations. Just like any organ, our brains can be affected by things like age, genetics, and overall health. But even with those factors, the potential for growth is still enormous. Think about it. People can learn new languages, master complex skills, and even recover from brain injuries, all thanks to neuroplasticity. That's pretty darn impressive, if you ask me. So the next time you're feeling stuck or like you've hit a plateau, remember this: your brain is capable of so much more than you think. Don't be afraid to challenge yourself, try new things, and keep learning. You might be surprised at what your brain can achieve. Alright, let's address the elephant in the room, or rather the myth in our heads. You've probably heard it before that we only use 10% of our brains. Well, I'm here to tell you that's about as accurate as saying pigeons can't fly. Completely false. This myth has been debunked by scientists more times than I can count, but it just keeps hanging around like that last piece of pizza in the fridge. So, let's set the record straight once and for all. You use 100% of your brain. That's right, every single nook and cranny is firing away even when you're sleeping. Think about it. If 90% of our brains were just sitting there unused, wouldn't evolution have gotten rid of all that extra baggage by now? Our brains are energy hogs, consuming a whopping 20% of our body's total energy. It wouldn't make sense to keep around all that unused gray matter. The truth is, we use different parts of our brains at different times, depending on what we're doing. When you're watching this right now, the language centers in your brain are lighting up. When you're listening to music, the auditory cortex is hard at work. And when you're trying to remember where you put your keys, your hippocampus is kicking into gear. So even though you're not using every single brain cell at the exact same moment, that doesn't mean the rest are just sitting there twiddling their thumbs. They're all working together, constantly processing information, forming connections, and keeping you functioning at your best. The 10% myth is not only inaccurate, but also incredibly limiting. It implies that we're stuck with a fixed amount of brain power, which simply isn't true. The reality is, your brain is incredibly adaptable and capable of growth throughout your entire life. Alright, let's dive into the fascinating world of the two hemispheres of your brain, the dynamic duo working tirelessly behind the scenes. You've probably heard of the left brain being the logical, analytical one, while the right brain is the creative, artistic type. This is a common way to describe their functions. And while there's some truth to that, it's not quite as black and white as people make it out to be. The reality is much more nuanced and interconnected. Think of it like this. Imagine your brain is a bustling city, and the left and right hemispheres are like two different neighborhoods, each with its own unique character. The left side is like the financial district, all about logic, language, and numbers. It's the hub of analytical thinking and precision. It's where you analyze information, solve problems, and plan your day with meticulous detail. The right side, on the other hand, is like the arts district, bursting with creativity, imagination, and intuition. It's the birthplace of innovation and artistic expression. It's where you dream up new ideas, connect deeply with your emotions, and appreciate the beauty in the world around you. Now here's the thing, even though these two neighborhoods have their own unique vibes, they're not completely isolated from each other. They're connected by a superhighway called the corpus callosum, which allows them to constantly communicate and share information seamlessly. So while you might have a dominant side, it doesn't mean the other side is just sitting there twiddling its thumbs. Both sides are always active. They're both working together, each contributing their own strengths to help you navigate the world around you effectively and efficiently. For example, let's say you're trying to solve a complex math problem. This task requires a blend of both hemispheres. Your left brain might be hard at work crunching numbers, but your right brain could be helping you visualize the problem and come up with creative solutions that you might not have thought of otherwise. Or imagine you're writing a song. This is another perfect example of the hemispheres working in tandem. Your right brain might be flowing with melodies and lyrics, but your left brain is there to help you structure the song and make sure it makes sense, ensuring it has a coherent form. The key takeaway here is that both sides of your brain are essential for emotional intelligence and overall well-being. They complement each other perfectly. It's not about choosing one side over the other, but rather about finding a balance and allowing them to work together harmoniously, just like a well-coordinated team. Okay, now that we've covered the basics, let's get practical. Here are 10 fun and easy tips to help you boost your brain power and unlock your full potential. These tips are designed to be simple yet effective, so you can start implementing them right away and see noticeable improvements in your cognitive abilities. 1. Feed your brain. Just like your car needs fuel, your brain needs the right nutrients to function at its best. So ditch the sugary snacks and processed foods and load up on brain-boosting foods like blueberries, salmon, nuts, and dark chocolate. These foods are rich in antioxidants, omega-3 fatty acids, and other essential nutrients that support brain health. 2. Get moving. Exercise isn't just good for your body, it's like a shot of espresso for your brain. Even a quick 30-minute walk can improve blood flow, boost your mood, and sharpen your focus. Regular physical activity has been shown to enhance cognitive function and protect against age-related decline. 3. Challenge yourself. Remember how we talked about neuroplasticity? Well, the best way to keep your brain young and agile is to constantly challenge it with new things. Learn a new language, pick up a musical instrument, or try a brain training app. Engaging in mentally stimulating activities can help create new neural connections and improve overall brain function. 4. Embrace the power of sleep. When you sleep, your brain doesn't just hit the snooze button. It's actually hard at work consolidating memories, clearing out toxins, and preparing for the next day. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night to keep your brain running smoothly. Good sleep hygiene, such as maintaining a regular sleep schedule and creating a restful environment, can make a big difference. 5. Manage your stress. Chronic stress is like kryptonite for your brain. It can impair memory, focus, and even shrink certain brain regions. Find healthy ways to manage stress, such as exercise, meditation, or spending time in nature. Activities that promote relaxation and mindfulness can help reduce stress levels and protect your brain from its harmful effects. 6. Stay socially connected. Humans are social creatures and our brains thrive on connection. Make time for meaningful relationships, engage in social activities, and don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Social interactions stimulate brain activity and can improve mental health and cognitive function. 7. Laugh it up. Laughter is the best medicine, and it's also a great brain booster. It releases endorphins, reduces stress, and even improves memory. So, watch a funny movie, tell a joke, or just embrace your inner goofball. Laughter can also enhance creativity and problem-solving skills. 8. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Your brain is about 80% water, so even mild dehydration can impair its function. Make sure you're drinking enough water throughout the day to keep your brain hydrated and happy. Staying well hydrated can improve concentration, alertness, and overall cognitive performance. 9. Mind your posture. Believe it or not, your posture can actually affect your brain function. Sitting up straight can improve blood flow, reduce fatigue, and even boost your confidence. Good posture can also enhance your breathing and energy levels, contributing to better mental clarity. 10. Be kind to yourself. Last but not least, remember to be kind to your amazing brain. It's working hard for you every single day, so treat it with respect, celebrate its accomplishments, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Self-compassion and positive self-talk can improve your mental well-being and foster a growth mindset. So there you have it, the incredible world of your brain. We've busted myths, uncovered fascinating facts, and even learned some practical tips to boost our brain power. Remember, your brain is capable of amazing things, so don't be afraid to challenge yourself, keep learning, and embrace the power of your own mind. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more amazing content. We're always exploring new topics and sharing mind-blowing insights to help you unlock your full potential. And don't forget to check out our other videos to keep learning and growing your brain power. We've got tons of fun and informative content on everything from psychology and personal growth to science and technology. Thanks for watching, and remember, your brain is your greatest asset. Use it wisely.